Anyhow, it's time to move. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to empty the water out. I don't know if you see, the water level is higher in the boat than it is on the outside, so it will eventually just fill up and sink to the bottom. But actually it won't, because it's full of polystyrene, so it doesn't. Yeah. There we go. Come with me. Let's set it up. While we're waiting for this to empty out, Greenford is about as far as I can go. So it's about a 14-mile cycle to get from here into the city centre and to do the chores. So to be fair, it takes over an hour long and I can't really cycle any longer. After that I have to pay for public transport, and as I'm trying to keep my costs to a minimum, this is as far as I'm going to go. So we turn the boat around and we start making our way back into the inner city, and the idea is that hopefully we'll have the bulk of the welding done on the roof by the time we get close to Little Venice. But that could be 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, at least 2 months away before we get to Little Venice again. So yeah, so this journey is to bring the boat over to the water point, turn it around, and then head back and start making the journey back in again. Prop is absolutely clear. I don't know if you can see. All right. now for round 2. Okay, maybe not. So let's find out why the engine stopped. Didn't seem to be happy. Everything's dry. In most cases it's fuel, but let's just see. Might be a big plastic bag wrapped around the prop, which might be one of the reasons. Oh my dear God. Okay, well, it's disgusting, but there's not enough to shut the engine down. So the other thing is the fuel filter is full of water. There, so you just open that up, and look, there's loads of water coming out. So probably what happened is this is probably full of water, and some water went through the injectors. Anyway, let's just let that run. Still going. I'm pumping the diesel back into the tank, circulating it, so that if there is any water still in the pipes leading to the injectors, I'll at least get that returned to the tank and fresh diesel into the injectors. And hopefully then it'll start. As usual with most engine issues, it's always the fault of the owner. Yeah. Check your filters. Make sure there's no water in there. Hiya. I was wondering why the Canal was so quiet. England versus Germany is playing. They're 2-0. Now we wait for the tanks to fill up. Who's winning?
England.
My oak tree is putting on a spurt. Wildflower seeds that I planted. Alright, let's turn around. Bye, Greenford. reunited.
My greatest pride and honour is to unveil the plaque to Team Mill, the best of the very best.
Cut down here and get rid of all of that steel. Yeah, that's solid, as is intended. But as you get up here, this is this is not unexpected, but you can see the original boat there. So whatever was put in there is deceased. And this is due to those aluminium windows. They're really interesting. There's the original boat. I don't know what this is exactly. You'll have to dig in, and it also means that these walls are in the same condition as well. You can see there's a rivet, but the original boat, made in 1910, was clearly made out of the good stuff. And this is in great condition. It was glued in with silicone sealant, which leads me to suspect that this might be the same as well. Right, I'm going to run the angle grinder all the way down. It shouldn't be difficult because most of it's rust anyway. It's just the surface, and then peel off this layer, and then we will cut out what is left of that piece of steel that was in there. Let's just do that now. Ready? Steel bar glued in. Now that will be useful steel bar. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, clean that up, and not quite sure yet, but remove the steel that's up on top, clean everything down, take the bit that's off on the top, and then put a sheet of steel that terminates to here and overhangs, and then have this exposed as it used to be. because this fits a lot better when you look at it than a sheet of metal going back down and causing the same issue with corrosion being trapped or moisture being trapped on the inside. So it's quite clear the same issue applies here, where there's corrosion in behind this piece of steel. But as we can see from the inside, it's obviously absolutely fine till you get to this point. So the solution here might be as simple as cutting off the steel at that point and welding it onto this, because if this is the same condition, I'd suspect it's actually going to be better, because these windows are probably not leaking as much. But we don't know, we'll only know when we pull that off. Well, as I've just made this plan up today, that could change.